Welcome back, guys. Today we're gonna it's a show review, not a movie review. It's been a while. I know it's been. I think the last show review was Moon Knight, which was like maybe it wasn't. I'm not actually sure. It's been a while though. So roll the intro. Okay. So today we're gonna talking about the latest. So why am I saying latest so many times? It's the latest show that was released by Marvel, which is called Secret Invasion, and I was pretty interested to see because if you guys don't know, Marvel in the movie section has been lacking for a very long time, right? And it's amazing to see that they're back. Okay, apparently Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 was good. I have not watched it though. Yes, I understand it's an embarrassment, but okay, let me explain to you why I didn't watch it, right? When it first came out, I think it was when my semester started to get more happier. So I was like, you know what? I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be able to watch it. Then as it went on, then I figured out there was actually a way on how I can divide my time and actually watch it. And that's when the Flash reviews were coming out, the Transformers review was coming out, the what was before Transformers? Holy shit, I forgot. Oh, Spider-Verse review was coming out. So then I figured out I could actually balance my time, but at that time it wasn't showing, it wasn't on many show times anymore, and it was the point where it was closer to being released on streaming than it was to staying in the cinema. And I was wrong because it's still not out on streaming, and if I go and watch it now, I'm wasting money because it's going to come on streaming in about, like, I don't know, 1 or 2 weeks, maybe this month, next month. So I'll just wait for it, right? And I think that Spider-Verse definitely put Marvel back on top. And basically, Secret Invasion, Samuel L. Jackson, amazing actor like that, he's not going to put his name on any random show, right? And even from the trailers, it looks super cool, super gritty, super dark. I like it. I don't know if you guys don't know, but my favorite character is Deadpool, and Deadpool's all about the gritty and the dark. So that's me. That is me. All right. So this is just gonna be right up my alley. So Secret Invasion. Let's get into it. All right. The last time we saw Nick Fury and Agent Maria Hill, Endgame, Infinity War, they were Skrulls. Interesting. Very interesting. So now we're introduced back to the Skrulls. If you guys don't know who Skrulls was, Skrulls are basically the species that was first introduced in the Captain Marvel movie, right? As shape-shifting beings which can shape-shift, and they can basically permanently shape-shift into one person by taking control over, by stealing the body from a normal human being, right? So they can shapeshift to that person, but if they want to shapeshift into any random person, they can, but only for a limited amount of time. But if they want like a human form, they have to take it, they have to kill a human for it, right? So that is the Skrulls, basically, in a nutshell. Right? So Nick Fury basically had his midlife crisis or something. I don't even know what was going on with him after after Endgame, because he was director of Shield, and Shield's infiltrated with Hydra at a point. And Infinity War and Endgame, he just had the realization that no matter what he does, no matter if he builds the Avengers or whatever he does, he's going he cannot change faith or cannot stop the evil bad guys. Basically, he had a whole crisis, and he went up to space, and he was I'm not sure what it was called. It was like a super crazy advanced space defense system for Earth. So he was up there for many years, and in this show, basically, he comes back to Earth because there is an invasion of Skrulls. Rebel young Skrull who is collecting all the other young Skrulls and saying that we need to get back Earth, or like get back their home planet, or like build a sanctuary for Skrulls, right? So basically he has his whole base in Russia, where he basically takes, they calls it new Skrullos or something like that. And basically he takes in all the young Skrulls. Anybody can stay there if they want, and they can even join like his army per se, right? So then we are introduced to Amelia Clark, who plays as Gia, right? And she's the daughter of Talos. If you don't know who Talos is one of the Skrulls in Captain Marvel, where we saw where he basically there were two factions of Skrulls at that point in the Captain Marvel movie. There was the Talos side, who was basically against Captain Marvel, and eventually he turned his mind around, and they're all living in Earth in harmony until this Skrull is like manipulating young Skrulls to take over and to fight, right? So basically this whole show they were introduced to the leader, who is called Gravik. And Gravik basically is the leader of all these new Skrullos and all these new Skrulls, and they're basically causing havoc, planting bombs here, planting bombs there. And in between of these attacks, when Nick Fury is encountered the Earth, is reunited with Agent Maria Hill. And in this whole battle, when they were like trying to track down Gravik, Nick Fury and all, he basically shot and killed Maria Hill. He shapeshifted Nick Fury. Maria Hill went to him, and he basically killed her, right? So Maria Hill is dead, and it was very sad to see her die, because she was a very iconic part of the whole Marvel franchise. Like, she has been there through many movies. She was there in No Way Home. She was there in the Civil War, in all those movies, in The Winter Soldier. So it was sad to see that. Basically, she died, and if I am not mistaken, I think Nick Fury, from the hint that they have been dropping, I think he knows who Gravik is. Nick Fury knows who Gravik is. I don't know how, but that's basically it. And we're also introduced to, there is a new Olivia Colman. She is playing Sonia Fellsworth, an MI6 operative. She was also introduced. So basically, she was a old friend of Fury's back in Shield, and now basically she's tracking down Gravik herself. And this show really highlights on how Nick Fury has like a huge shaken in his faith of humanity, and basically of doing the right things, because of the events of happening in Endgame and in Infinity War, because there's nothing he can do to stop it. So he has a whole shake, and now he has a limp. And also basically the first episode tried to show a message that Nick Fury isn't the guy he used to be, but he could be becoming a new person. That's what the show was trying to imply. So what I think about the first episode so far, it looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it looks pretty good. It has that whole dark, gritty genre to it and feel to it. Like, it's not gonna be a feel good show like the horrendous not Captain, Miss Marvel and She-Hulk and all those trash. Yes, I'm saying it, it's trash TV shows. It's gonna have a more of like those, like Moon Knight was really gritty and really cool, and I think it's gonna have a similar look to it. From what I've seen, there's only gonna be 3 episodes. I'm not really sure if that is actually true, but if it is, it's really short. But it's almost like 45 minutes to 55 minutes of, like, the whole show is like 55 minutes, like almost an hour. So um maybe it's going to be they're going to compact a lot of information maybe in the next 2 episodes, which is going to be sick. It's going to be interesting. I have high hopes for the show, and again, there's another project that's going to put Marvel back on the grid. So yeah, you love to see these kind of shows coming out, and I think this might be Samuel L. Jackson's last project with Marvel. I'm not actually sure, but that's what I have seen online. Not really sure. Hopefully, it's not the case. And Loki 2 is coming out too. I'm not really sure. I don't think it's maybe it's end of the year next year. You know, we will see. And I will also be doing a review on the Guardians of Galaxy Volume 2 when that comes out. So that is going to be interesting. And it's going to be consistent uploads. I know this week has been hard. Sorry about the Flash show is going to come out one day late. So Friday it's going to be this one, and these Secret Invasion episode breakdowns is going to come out every Wednesday. So every time episode 2 comes out, episode 1's review is going to come out, right? I know that doesn't really make sense, but that's how I'm going to do it, and so just deal with it. Just deal with it, all right? So thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you guys want me to review any other shows, which could be interesting, potentially interesting in the future. Catch you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Peace.